Gentlemen, we do have to get to our first guest of the day, who is on fire, killing it right now, has won 4 fights in a row, just 23 years young. We just saw him fight on Saturday. Massive win over Bruno Silva, very impressive third round TKO, and he's coming back in just a couple of weeks at UFC 317, fighting the great Brandon Royval. He is the pride of Myanmar. He is one of the top flyweights in the world. He is the one and only Joshua Van, who is kind enough to join us right here and now. Hello, my friend. Good to talk to you again. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Really enjoyed our first chat. Congratulations on the win. And man, I was thinking, I'm happy that we waited a couple of days to have you on, because if we would have had you on Monday, this interview would have been outdated because you already have your next fight booked. And so could I ask, how did this all come about? You replacing Manel Kape to fight Brandon Royval in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, man. When they call me Sunday, you know what I mean? It's just opportunity that I can't say no. And I told the media I want to fight as soon as possible. So you know what I mean? The UFC um gave me a matchup, and I have to say yes.
So what happened? Did your and there you are making the announcement on Monday afternoon. What happened? Did your manager call you up and say, "Hey, you want to fight in 2 weeks?" And did you say yes right away?
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, man, you want to fight Roy Royval?" I said, "Yeah." And at first, I didn't believe it. You know what I mean? And then I think Roy Royval has posted like Instagram reel or something, and
Yeah,
then I was like, "Oh, this shit is happening." So that's when I make a post on Twitter.
I love it. I love it. Now, how did you feel, or how do you feel after your fight? You know, you did win, but it went almost the distance. Any bumps and bruises?
Nah, no bruise at all. Like,
Yeah, you look
nah,
good. You look good.
yeah. Yeah, he's a tough man, man. Bruno Silva, shout out to him. He's a great guy. You know what I mean? I knew that I was gonna finish him, but you know what I mean?
So you knew you were going to finish him, but it came relatively late in the fight. Were you at that point disappointed that you had not finished him?
Nah, if you listen to my corner, they want me to take it slow. You know what I mean? Like my previous fight, I always chase for the knockout, and that's probably why like a lot of people get away from me knocking them out. You know what I mean? This time, I could have had him in the second round. You know what I mean? But I just let it flow.
The look on your face there as you're celebrating on top of the cage, it's happiness, but I also wonder if there's a little relief there as well, because your first 3 wins in this winning streak, you know, they were decisions, and you wanted the finish. So is there a part of you that's like, yes, I got one. This is what I was looking for.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like the finish. You know what I mean? It was how I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. It was just amazing, man. I go up there and I was like, I just suck it in, you know what I mean?
I kind of feel like this. I mean, this opportunity is incredible that you're getting, because it's a huge card, International Fight Week, against a guy who has fought for the belt before. There's a strong case to be made. You win this fight, you're the number one contender. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, for sure. Win this fight, I'm the number one.
Have you been told this? You win this fight, you're getting a title shot?
No, but like who am I supposed to fight next? You know what I mean? I just like if I beat the number one guys, I'm the number one. So that's what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, I know
Uh,
you did. You did mention
win-
Brandon Moreno, right, for Noche UFC. So he would be another big name, but I guess in your mind, you win this fight, you're fighting the winner of Pantoja KKF.
Yeah, for sure. The only reason why I call out Moreno was because everybody in the top 15 got a matchup and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was just me and him that were left, and he said he want to fight on the Noche, so I want to fight in Texas. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I call him out. But if they give me a title, yeah, I'll go for the title.
You see Royval over there, ranked number 1. You're ranked number 10. Shout out to him for obviously taking the fight. Is he someone that you have been watching, thinking about fighting for the last couple of years?
Nah, to be honest, I didn't think I was gonna fight him next, you know what I mean? But when the opportunity come, I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it. But uh, you know what I mean? I don't really watch fights, so but now when they call me for this fight, you know what I mean? I went back and watched all his fights. So
Oh wow!
that,
Did you even know who he was?
I mean, yeah, I know who he was, you know what I mean? He's the top guys in the division and stuff like that, but I ain't really watched like all of his fight, you know.
Sure. So do you watch fighting at all? Like when like this weekend, will you watch the card?
Who's
This is
fighting?
Usman Buckley. It's just, it's a fight night. It's a solid card, not a pay-per-view. Are you a
Mm.
hardcore fan who's going to watch every weekend? Or if you're not fighting someone or there's no flyweights involved, you'd rather do something else?
See, I like watching when like Adesanya and Connor and all them guys fight, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
yeah, I watch like the big pay-per-views and stuff like that.
I got you. By the way, congratulations. I saw in the aftermath of the win, did you buy your mom a new house?
Yes, I did.
Look at this, man. This is incredible. Was this a goal of yours?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? 2 days ago, my homeboy just texted me and saying like, "Hey, man, you said this 4 years ago. You know when you start training, and look at you now." So it just bring back memories like when I used to run in the street and telling everybody, "Hey, one day I'm gonna do this," and finally happened. It was just a dream come true.
Look at that. That must be. Did she know that you were buying it for her?
No.
Wow. So what was her reaction when you told her?
See, she was happy. She was very happy, and then I told her, "Hey, I'm fighting in 3 weeks." And then she was like, oh no, who?" And then I was like, "The number one guys." And then she like her face just changed completely after that.
Does she get very nervous when you fight?
Yes.
Okay. Does she even watch live?
She always come to my fight.
Okay, so she was there in New Jersey.
hmm
And how is she when she's watching her son fighting? Like, is she super anxious? Is she unable to? Some parents are watching like that.
I mean, she watched me fight, you know what I mean? She get nervous before like the fight started and all that, but I guess like when the fight starts, she enjoy watching me fight, you know?
That's an incredible gift to be able to give to your mom. Um, do you remember the first time you started to think about like this was a goal of yours, this is something you wanted to strive for, and why was that? Did you feel like she deserved better? Was there something going on where you felt like, okay, I can improve her life if I get to a certain part of my career?
See, when my dad passed away, in 2017, I had to be the man of the house, right? So that's what kind of changed my life in a way too, because I'm the only son in the family and stuff like that. So I see her struggling, and uh, she would give me her credit card, so like, I can use that to go out and do whatever I want with it and stuff like that. So it was only right for me to give her back, you know what I mean? And when I start training, like we would run outside and stuff like that. And whenever I see like a new buildings or, like a beautiful houses, you know what I mean? I always look to my friends and be like, "Hey, look, one day I'll buy it." So,
Wow.
yeah.
When did you actually buy the house? Before this fight?
I bought it after I fought at was that when I fought that Japanese kid? What's his
Right,
name?
Tsuruya.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
But you know how like the process and all that
yeah,
is in the houses, but I just kept it secret
love it.
until the fight, you know what I mean?
You were actually a little bit disappointed after the Ray fight, right? I remember you tweeted something to that effect. So this time around, I would imagine you're over the moon. You're thrilled with the performance, with the finish, everything.
Yeah, man, Ray Saruya is perfect example of me being impatient, during the fight. So I was chasing him, and that's when his shot was like, you know what I mean? When you fight a wrestler and you rush, that's when you give them the shot. So that's the reason why he survived.
We talked about your upbringing last time, and considering everything you and your family have been through, here you are. You're living in a time where you're a top 10 fighter in the UFC. You just came off a great win on a huge card. They're asking you to come back 2 weeks later. You bought your mom a house. Your dreams are coming true in front of your eyes. How are you dealing with all of this mentally? Like, how are you processing all the things, the great things that are happening to you and your family right now?
Uh, just staying humble, and I don't get on social media that much no more because of, sometimes when I get love like this, or when I get attention like this, I tend to get big head. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I'm trying not to do that right now. Especially I feel like this is a life-changing fight. You know what I mean? So I want to like take it, slow and serious. So I don't really like want to get on social media too much, and
Do you have anyone who checks you who's like, yo, man, you're feeling yourself a little too much. Your head's getting a little too big.
yeah, the coaches,
Ah.
Daniel Pineda, especially Joseph, and you know what I mean. They be like, "Hey, we got to talk." They
When did
always
that
talk.
happen? When's the last time that happened?
The fight that I lost,
Oh,
but
really?
yeah.
Well, you were getting a big head after a loss.
No, no, it was before. You know what I mean. I was on a three winning streak, and then like the fight kept falling off. So I start drinking, and I don't want to train and stuff like that. You know what I mean. So they we had to have a serious talk and stuff like that.
Okay. But these days you seem like you've got a good head on your shoulders, and like I said, you've come from so far. By the way, we were doing a little bit of research, and I wanted to confirm something with you, if I could. We were looking on YouTube for some good Joshua Van content, and we stumbled upon this young man with a voice of an angel, and we weren't sure if this is you. Is this you?
Nah, that's not me.
That's not you.
Nah, that's not me.
Okay, there's a boy named Josh Van who's uploading videos from like 13 years ago, who was uploading videos, and we were debating, is this you? Is this not you? And then some other people said they saw some videos of you singing, that you do have a good voice, but this is not you.
No, that's not me.
Okay, see? I was right. Don't you have a good voice though?
I got a decent voice. I sing a little here and there at church.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You're a part of like a choir or something?
Nah, like I sing solo.
You think by yourself? What, really?
Yeah,
Like what?
just church stuff, you know what I mean?
So you're up there on the stage by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. How long have you been doing that for?
I mean, our culture is like, you know what I mean? They love singing, so like we do this shit since we was little kid, stuff like that. So yeah.
Are you still doing it till this day?
Sometimes, when I have time, or like when my pastor want me to sing, yes.
Okay. Is it any like any songs that I would know, or are they all kind of like like
Yeah, it's in my language.
oh wow. Can we hear a little bit, or since
Uh,
since we played another kid singing that wasn't you, I feel like it's only fair.
see, I'll send you the videos later.
Okay. You post them somewhere.
Yeah, I post them on my Facebook and stuff like that.
This
So,
is
yeah.
by the way, this is why we were like, oh, he posts videos on his Facebook. This has to be him, but it's a big swing and a miss for us. We really nailed that one. I kind of want to crawl into a hole right now, if I'm being honest.
Hmm.
I love it. I love the fact that there's probably people at the church who are like, who probably don't even know that you're a fighter, right? They just think that you're a guy with a good voice who sings at church.
Our church is a small church, you know what I mean? So it's like a family church type. So everybody know everybody, So before I go to fight, they will always pray for me. Like the whole church will pray for me and stuff like that.
Oh
So
wow,
hmm
amazing. Do you consider yourself a very spiritual, very religious person?
uh, you know what I mean? I pray a lot, but I won't say I'm the perfect Christian. You know what I mean? I do a lot of things where I'm not supposed to, but I feel like my connection with God is closer than ever.
Okay. And also, just speaking, I'm not trying to make your head too big, but just speaking of all the good things, did you know that you're now tied with Ioane on Jacek as the fastest ever to reach 750 significant strikes in the UFC? Look at this. It took you only 7 fights. That's an
That's
incredible thing.
crazy. That's crazy, right? I saw that before my last fight, and I was like, yeah, that's badass.
Yes. And
Yeah,
and, and also you have I believe 5 flyweight fights with 100 plus significant strikes, and the only other fighter to do that is Brandon Moreno. Like you're putting yourself in really, special territory here.
yeah, man. Shout out to my boxing coach, Jose Vasquez.
He's the reason for it all.
Yeah, him and Frank. So yeah.
I saw you with another famous fighter from your country, Ong Lang Sang. You were doing some workouts. You were hitting mitts with him. Here's some footage here. Do you guys have a relationship, or was this the first time that you had trained together?
This is the first time we met and
Oh
the first time
wow.
we trained together. So he got a fighter that fight for Fury, where I used to fight and stuff like that. So they came to Houston and he had reached out to me, to do a shakeout at our gym. So, that's how we met.
Is this someone that you looked up to as you were climbing the ranks?
Yeah, man. He always look out for me. I was a little kid, so I was scared to reach out to him. You know what I mean? So he reached out to me first, and then after that, we were kind of like I will ask him advice and stuff like that on Instagrams and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But we never see each other. That was the first time we met, and it was great. He was a great guy.
Wow. So you looked up to him. You were shy to reach out, and then he reached out to you first.
Yeah,
That must have felt incredible.
it was, man. Everybody in my family is a big fan of his. You know what I mean? So when he hit me up, I lost it.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. Will you train together more in the future?
Yeah, he trained out of Florida, so you know what I mean. If we have time, we can cross train or whatever.
I know you said that if you win this fight, you think that you're the number one contender. You're also on pace to either tie or break the record for most fights in a year. Five is the record. This will be your third. Is that something that you'd like to accomplish this year?
Um, yeah, if the UFC give me opportunity, yes. But I feel like after I win this fight, you know what I mean, it's gonna be the title. So um, I'm gonna be the most active champion.
I love that. The belt is being defended on that same card with Pantoja going up against Kai Kara France. Who do you like in that fight?
I like them both. Kai is a very powerful guy, So I feel like if Kai don't show him too much respect, uh, I think he can get it done. But
Wow.
yeah, but if Pantoja bully him in there, then it's done. It's a wrap.
Do you have a preference? Meaning, if all goes according to plan and you fight for the belt, would you rather fight one guy over the other?
I mean, it would be ideally if I fight Pantoja, right? Because nobody ever beat him as
Sure.
a champion. You know what I mean? So if I go in out there and beat him, that'll be, you know what I mean? But whoever get the belt, man, may the best man win.
This month marks your 2 year anniversary in the UFC. Is this all happening faster than you had planned?
Uh, I no, I really I feel like, this is God timing, but in my head, I don't want to rush everything, you know what I mean? I remember there was time where I want to be the youngest champion in the UFC. So, you know what I mean? I feel like everything happened for a reason. So I feel like this is the perfect timing.
Did you like Newark?
I like the people, but I don't really like the way they do things over there and stuff like that,
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do they do that you don't like?
Because after the fight, we got to the hotel looking for food and stuff like that, and there's no food. Everything was closed and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a little different.
You guys were, I believe your hotel was in Morristown, right?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly like prime location, so I can see. And also, by the time you guys got back, like, what did you stay till the end of the card?
No, after the post-fight interviews and all that, we went back, but it was like around 12,
Okay,
11:30.
yeah. Yeah, it's tough. All right, so you're not a huge fan of New Jersey.
Yeah, I like the people,
The
but
people, all right. We'll take it. We'll take it. Did you watch the rest of the card? Did you see what Marab did?
no, I was too busy watching my own fight.
Well, you're just watching it over and over?
Over and over, see what I gotta fix on, see what I can get better on and stuff like that. So I like I like watching myself.
What's something that you aren't happy with as far as the fight and the performance is concerned?
Even though I stay calm in this fight, like there's time where I still rush it. You know what I mean? So I could, yeah, I could like like the leg kicks and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could avoid that so much better.
Okay.
Yeah, just little things like that.
Another fun little factoid. You now hold the record for most strikes landed per minute with an average of 8.2, which is better than Tom Aspinall's 8.07. Did you know that one?
Yes.
Okay, you know them all. I'm trying to surprise you with one like you surprised your mom, but you know everything. You're killing it right now, my man, and I'm really excited that you're getting this opportunity. How do you think this plays out against Royval in just a couple of weeks?
Man, it's gonna be a great fight, it's the fans gonna love it. So he's a dog, and he's gonna come out and bang, and you know what I mean. I'm gonna do the same thing. So may the best man win.
Yeah, he's literally a dog. I believe his nickname is Raw Dog.
Yeah.
It's an
Crazy.
interesting one.
Yeah, Road Dogg and the Fearless gonna meet in the middle.
Oh, I love it. And the fans really seem to be behind you, very excited about you, and you're giving them good reason to be behind you. So continued success. Congratulations on the win. Congrats on getting this fight. Congrats on what you just did for your mom, which was incredible, most impressive of all, if you ask me. And looking forward to seeing you back in there on June 28th. Thank you so much, Joshua.
Yeah, one thing I want to say
Please.
is, please, UFC or Mick or Dana, me and my coach Daniel Pineda make a deal before this fight. So he said he coming back out of retirement if I finish this fight, and you know what I mean. I did
Ooh,
finish. So you know what I mean. If y'all got a chance, you know what I mean. Give my boy a chance. Give him a fight at 155, and if we can be in the same card, that'd be amazing. So when I fight for the title, he can fight.
there
And
you are. Yeah, Daniel's
and
been around for a while. Great veteran. I love that. So you made a deal that if you get a finish against Bruno Silva, he'll come out of retirement.
yeah, he can fight on my undercard when I fight for the belt.
Oh, wow. How would he feel
So
about that? Would he be okay with that?
man, you know what I'm saying? I that's always my dream, for me to be in his the same card as him. So if the UFC can make it happen, that'd be great.
By the way, how long have you been together?
I start training with them 2022, so 3 years.
Okay. Well, it's working out, and would love to see that happen. That would be a great story. I think for you taking this fight on short notice, it's the least they can do. They owe you this one. So let's see if they oblige. Thank you so much, Joshua. Really appreciate it. All the best to you, and good luck on June 28th.
All right, man. Thank you for having me.
There he is, Joshua Van, doing big things, 4 in a row. Joint second longest active winning streak in the flyweight division. Ranked 10th as we showed you. 7 wins via KO, 2 via sub, 5 via decision. 24 months, by the way, he's already fought 8 times. June marks 2 years in the UFC. He's already fought 8 times. And he's going to have his 9th later this month as well. That's an incredible run.